All right, so we're training at home at Rhinos Fitness today. Another shit snowstorm hit. Yesterday was a doozy, so a lot of people aren't coming in today, period. I will just probably stay here all day. You don't want to go out and test those roads, those side streets especially are fucking awful. So, I mean, I got no problem getting around in my truck, but it's everybody else you got to worry about out there. So, we're going to stay here and train some shoulders today. So, we're going to do front delt focused shoulders. And we're going to warm up with some single arm front raises on the cables. Get blood flowing in there. That's how I like to warm up, right? So get them nice and warm and then crank her up and get some working sets. So let's get her started. Get her warm. Get her warm. Good. So that's one warm-up set. I just stopped on 13. I don't need to keep going. I'm going to take the weight up, probably do the same amount. And then we'll get into the working sets after that. I'm going to grab some water. We'll do this again. All right, we're going to take it up. Do it again. Same thing. Oh. 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 Oh, whew. That was a bigger jump than I expected. Felt a little heavier. That's good. That is good. Take a break. Probably do one more of these guys. All right, let's finish these guys off. Make sure when you're doing this movement, the reason behind it is because there's a cable, right? This is a cable front raise. So when you're doing this, make sure you're letting that resistance work against you on the negative. So you're getting more out of it. It's not just a dumbbell movement where you can come up and be a little sloppy with it, not control it on the way down. Control this on the way down, you'll get all the benefits from a cable. Cables are important. People, I think they're very underrated. Oh. 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 Whew. Oh. that's done. So 2 working sets on that guy. Shoulders are definitely warm. Don't be afraid to use cables. Use them, use dumbbells, use cables as well. Go back and forth with these guys. Same type of movement, control it on the way down on both. You'll feel a bit more on the cables, on that negative, just with all the resistance pulling. So you got to work a little harder for it. But I'm not going to say one is better than the other by any means. I think both are important. And that goes with training in general. I think everything's important, you know. There's some stupid movements that I see like CrossFitters doing shit that will never have a place in building physiques. But when I'm talking about like straight gym fitness people in the gym, strength training, everything's important. You know, machines, cables, free weights. It all needs to be incorporated somehow into your program, not just focusing on machines or not just focusing on free weights, you know. Like I'm sure I've said in other videos, I don't want to say back in the day, but there was just less options for machines. So machines were like, oh, machines, like that's what new people use, or people that aren't strong yet, you know, building their strength up. They know that's what it's focused for them. But nowadays, these machines that are coming out, I mean, it's a whole new ball game, and we didn't have those machines. We had old shit. I mean, most of the gyms around here, don't get me wrong, those machines, Nautilus and Atlantis and all that shit was around, but it wasn't prevalent in a lot of gyms. Like, there might be a couple pieces, but most of it was free weights, benches, bars, dumbbells, you know, hack squats, leg presses, squat racks, cardio. I mean, that was the majority of most gyms. So that's what you learned on, and then that's what, you know, most gyms had. You were told, well, you know, you don't get the same effect out of a machine. Let me tell you something. And cables. Let me tell you something. Nowadays, you get more out of machines and cables probably because of how they are designed and put together, for safety, for your, you know, how your body flows. It's a whole new ball game. But you have to be in a gym that has them. And I mean, where I train has them. There's no other gym in the city that has that sort of thing. So it's very specific to that too. So anyway, enough talking. We're gonna set some more shit up and keep hammering on these shoulders a bit. All right, we're gonna do some seated Smith shoulder press, okay? You'll see with me, I like to have my bench at a slight incline. People might say, well, incline means chest. No, it doesn't. For me, and everybody's different, that's what people have to remember. For me, my front delts engage 100% over my chest with a slight incline on my bench, okay? The further down I go, the more my chest engages. So for me, I don't like to be straight up and down and bringing it down. I like to have a slight incline to hit my front delts. And that's what that's why this is designed like this today for me, is because I'm focusing on my front delts. Yeah. Ooh. And we'll see how this goes. I might have to move the bench. Yeah. Good. This has to come up a bit, and I need to put a bit of a uppity buppity on that bench so I don't slide off. So yeah, so think of that when you're doing shoulders. If you really want to smoke those fronts, because when you're doing even chest, incline chest, your front delts will engage, with that. So to come up a little bit more and just let your shoulders do the work. Saying that if you're feeling this in your chest, then don't fucking do it. Straighten your bench up and do normal shoulder press. That's up to you. Everybody's bodies are different, and that's what we got to remember when we're doing this stuff. Those little tweaks, those little movements, all that stuff, it's all individualized, okay? What works for me might not work for the next guy. And that's just how it is. It's not that it's wrong. It just might not work. So you find what works for you with that bench and make it happen. All right, let's take a break. All right. I just doubled the weight. This Smith machine that I have is a heavy beast, okay? The Venko plates and this Smith machine is heavy. I'll tell you, most Panadas, normally I'm training on a Panada Smith machine, which I thought was heavy. This baby's way heavier. So normally I do about 2.25 for shoulder press. I'm gonna try. I don't know if we'll do that today. We'll see. Keep on mine. Normally I'm like fucking 2.5, 2. It just depends. I haven't done a heavy shoulder press on here for a long time, so we'll see what we get up to. Maybe we'll get to 3.25, but I mean, she's a heavy one, so. It's always this fucking hoodie. It looks. All right. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna stop there. I'm gonna go up to 2.25 for another set. Maybe do a back off with it. And shut the shoulder press down. We'll see. But I think a back off's coming, so. Oh. I gotta get groceries today. Normally I do everything on the weekend, Sundays, pick up my meals for the week. My meals, I pick up the food. I basically purchase week to week. And prep most of my food or most of the meat on the weekend. And with this storm and shit, I was busy on the weekend. I didn't get out before the storm hit. So I was planning on getting some groceries yesterday, and then it wasn't worth the battle, so I get to eat fish today, which is fucking terrible, because I ran out of chicken, and I don't want to eat fish all week, so I gotta get to the store. Don't get me wrong, I like fish, but I mostly like it when I'm dieting. I don't want to eat it too often when I'm not dieting, and I don't get the calories. This fish is salmon, so there's a bit more calories in it, but yeah, so I get to run out today because of how many people have fucking canceled, which I understand. I mean, it's hard to get around in this shit, so unless you got a big truck. So, I mean, I got most of the afternoon to get shit done, which is unheard of. I mean, to have any time for myself throughout the week is, except for like an hour before I go to bed, is unheard of. So it's pretty cool and very rare, fucking dinosaur rare, that I get to do anything on a school day. It's gonna be fun to be out in public a little bit this afternoon, seeing what everybody does. throughout the day. And hopefully grocery shopping will be busy because no one will be there in the afternoon on a Monday. But then saying that, maybe everybody's got the same plan I have, which would suck. And fuck, saying that, probably a lot of people aren't working today. A lot of places are closed, man. Like, they shut the schools down, they shut the university down. I heard a lot of small businesses didn't open today. Kids are at home. So it might be busy out there. I don't fucking know, but we'll see. We will see. All right, last one. Yeah. That's so great. We'll do back off. Drop set, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I call it a back off. I normally use drop sets when you're doing them for a whole set. Ow. Ow. Oh, fuck. Holy mother of pearl. Oh, that feels good. Real good. So, I finally got in for some tissue work on Friday. I haven't been for tissue work for about 5 months. Normally, I'm a huge stay on your tissue work, you know, keep booking month to month, get in there every fucking month, minimum even for maintenance. I tell that to all my clients. And then I stopped for 5 months. I didn't technically stop. My massage therapist had some issues, so she was off for a while, but then when she came back, I didn't go to her because I was too worried. It was too soon for her health to be in there working with people and then having to work with unnormal people. So I just didn't want to put more pressure on her, so I left it. And then my life got hectic on weekends and shit, and outside of business or outside of my gym, there was a lot happening. So I wasn't able to get in. It was just not feasible. So I finally got in, and now I've got my continuous spots again booked month to month. But what a difference. I mean, I knew I was getting wound up. My body was tight. Things weren't activating like they should, meaning I wasn't seeing fullness in all my muscles or whatnot. And the only thing I had to do for an hour was no cupping. It was just tissue work on my back, some scraping. That sort of thing, some arm stuff. Just open up my back. As you open up your back and your upper traps, mid traps especially, it'll help with shoulders and chest. So next time I'm in, it'll be an hour and a half with everything, cupping and you name it. But the difference it makes is night and day. Like, I've always said that. But until you just stop for a while and go back, like I said, I noticed things weren't doing what they should be doing, or firing the way they weren't, or opening up the way they should be opening up. It was like a ball. You get your tissue work done, everything opens up. Your strength goes up a bit more eventually, slowly. By the end of this week, I'll notice a huge difference. And not just the way I look, but strength-wise too. It's crazy how it works. And I mean, if you're strength training consistently, 5-6 days a week, sometimes like me, I'll go for 2 weeks straight. You got to make sure that shit's getting done. And I mean, it's only going to affect you and your results at the end of the day, and how your body works and how it feels. So you got to do it. Stay on it. It's worth it. You'll feel 100% better, and I'm proof of that. I wasn't having any big issues. Like, it wasn't like my shoulders were fucked or I was seizing up. Things were just tight. My lower back was a little goofy, but that was from having really tight glutes. So, I mean, with this amount of snow, I even shoveled, and normally shoveling just destroys my lower back. It's strong. Don't ask me why, but my lower back is strong as fuck. My back is strong as fuck. You go to shovel and it's like, rah! Just done. Fills with blood. I can't even stand straight. It's crazy. Then it just goes away. It's like doing deadlifts for fucking an hour. It's bizarre. It's kind of like that for legs. My legs are actually really strong. And they, you know, I can handle pain on them, but I go on the stair mill for fucking 10 minutes and I'm a hot mess. It's not cardio, it's just the fucking different burn I get from it. So it's crazy how your body works like that. So I'm gonna strip these weights off, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is, I think, a superset. So weird. Okay, anyway, I don't know what's happening here, but so we're gonna do a superset front raise. So this is a lateral tower for lateral raises, which we're not doing today, but we're using this machine for front raises today. Now, saying this, I've never used this machine in here yet. It's brand new. We're gonna see. I don't know what my weights are. I've done some laterals with this thing. It's a heavy machine. I know with the stacked lateral towers, I could do, I don't know, 130 laterally. I mean, that's pretty heavy. But I felt this guy lifting it up, and without weight on it was, you know, it was some work. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna do some front raises with this thing, alternating. I'm gonna fire off one side first, and then the other side, okay? Just gotta figure out where I'm gonna be at here. 1, 2. Oh, that's digging in good. Right on that front head. Nice, I like that. I like that. Big hunk of fucking dog hair. I wonder what that's from. Oh, I did way too many. Got carried away there. I don't know why. So now we're going to superset it with front raises together on the cables. Whew. So that's exactly what you want to do. I'm going to take this weight up, of course, but that's exactly what you want to do. You want to hammer these out for what your rep range is supposed to be, 10 to 12 for me, 13, somewhere in there. Bury it, move on to the second one, part of the superset, and maybe max out at 6 to 8 reps. If you can do more than that on the second part of the superset, take your weight up, okay? You want to be in that zone. You don't want to be doing 13 and fucking 15, you know? The only purpose behind this is just to get more out of it. So that's what I use it for. So we'll stop this. I'm going to crank this weight up a bit more and do her again. All right, let's do this again. I doubled up a little bit more than doubled the weight. Again, I have no idea how much I could do in this fucking thing, but I'm sure this will be close to it. And we'll go from there. Same thing, superset. That weight stayed the same. Oh. I wonder what this thing's for. Stop on that guy. It's pretty good, I think. Let's see. That sucks. Oh, pain is fun. Okay, we'll do one more superset. I need water. Okay, last one. Moving on up. Great machine. Can't wait to use it for laterals. Oh, the burn. Fucking shoulders. All right, we're gonna clean this mess up. Move on to one more thing. And that's a wrap on shoulder day. All right. We're gonna finish with some Smith upright rows. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but another great trap. For me, I feel this guy a lot in my front delts. I put it with my, I put it in the front delt shoulder day, just because of how much I get out of it. Yes, I know my traps are engaging a bit, and my upper traps and my mid traps, but you know, I guess for me, this is where it goes best. I don't know. It's just what I've always done. Put it wherever the fuck you want. It's not going to matter. It is doing more than just your front delts, this one, but I try to keep it where I only feel it in my front delts. That my upper traps, mid traps aren't engaging. But for me, I'm so trap dominant. I don't even train traps anymore. They just engage no matter what when it comes to this certain types of movements. I try to get away from it. Even lateral raises, my traps want to engage, and it's just I have to be very self-aware not to let it happen. So it's just who I am. All right, upright rows. Oh god. Motherfucker. That's fun. Woo. Leave the weight there. Sometimes it gets lighter on the second set. You know, it's just your muscles need time to feel it out, and then muscle memory takes over, and it's a different ballgame. But I'm not going to jump it up to 45 a side. Barbells, I normally do about 120 on here. Smith, 45 pounds a side. So it's always different. All right, we'll do set 2 of these guys. I don't know, I thought this camera view might be better, but it's hard because if I put you over here, all these windows, make it all goofy. So, oh, that's a lady. Oh, alrighty. People are bringing their dogs to the parking lot. This dog has a little pink vest on. Oh, but my dogs aren't here. They'd be going fucking nuts right now. Yes, I do have my dogs in the gym. I'll probably have them in here this week. So, prepare yourself for the circus, clients. There's gonna be some dogs in here. But they're good. They're good. Ooh. Now, I don't know. This bar too I have is very thick. It's like, it's almost you can't get your hands around it, which doesn't really matter. Do you guys like thinner bars or thicker bars? Because I find for different things, there's benefits to both. But you know, when I'm doing upright rows right now, I really notice the grip is different because of how thick the bar is. I'm not a big fan. So I know, you know, your forearms and shit will engage more because you gotta squeeze trying to get your fingers around the fucking bar. But I like it for biceps, definitely, like throwing them on dumbbells or throwing them on barbells or whatever. I've done them with, I think I've done them with shoulders and lateral raises, putting those fat grips on the dumbbells. It makes the exercise 10 times harder, don't get me wrong, but I think it takes a bit away from the focus, like where you're putting your focus. So on shoulders, I think your forearms might start to engage a lot more and start to hurt before your shoulders will. So I think for me, I like to keep the fat grips and the fatter bars for arm days and shit, but like I've used it for triceps too. Wow, it's insane the difference it makes. But I think for other movements, it's just not for me. I would never put them on a bar for bench pressing. I would never put them on a bar for anything else, shoulder pressing, fucking, I've tried it, like I said, with some stuff, and it's just, it's not where the focus is supposed to be going, so what's the point, you know? All right, let's do one more set, and then tell shoulders to fuck off. All right, let's finish this baby off. One more set. Now, do I ever do 3, or do I ever do more than 4 sets? Yes. It's all dependent on what I'm doing. Normally when I'm transitioning to a heavier weight, that's when a 4 set comes in. When I think I'm on my working set with my normal, you know, my working weight, and it just keeps going and the reps keep going, then I'll do another set at a heavier weight. And normally it's only good for 7 or 8, but at least I know I can move it. So that's kind of when that 4th set comes in. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna do 4 sets here, you know, 3 feeders and 2 working sets. No, it's normally like a feeder and then right into a working set, 2 working sets. I normally try to do 2 heavy sets, or two heavy sets per exercise. With this guy, all 3 of them are right there, because I thought I probably could go up to 45 on here, but it's feeling good. I'm feeling it and I'm in the rep range. So again, every weight's different in every gym, so you always got to keep that in mind. As long as you're going to failure and you're exerting yourself as much as you fucking possibly can, right to that last rep. Numbers are just numbers, man. People need to get that. I wish I would have known that more when I was a kid. It wasn't always just about moving the weight, making sure the weight goes up every time. I mean, we're bodybuilders, not powerlifters. So, I mean, we could be powerlifters, but it's not how we train. Oh, fuck. I just realized you probably can't even see me. Oh, fuck, whatever. That's how we roll. Amateur hour all the time at Rhinos. So, whatever. All right. That's a wrap for shoulder day. Warmed up with some front cable raises, single arm. Did some seated Smith press, back off. Did a superset with the lateral machine. Did front raises, supersetting them with the cable, front raises. Then we finished with some Smith upright rows. Decent shoulder day. It's good. Hopefully we're gonna get more videos done in here if we can. It's much more comfortable filming in my own gym than it is in a different gym. So I keep saying it would be nice to get 2 or 3 videos out a week. The way the next couple months are looking for my schedule, you might be getting those videos more and more and more, just because my days are really fucking tight right now. So I'm able to, you know, if I'm training in my own gym, it's easy to do this sort of thing. So if that's the case, we'll be doing more videos. Might even get one tomorrow, but it's fucking, I feel like tomorrow's arms, so I feel like we film a lot of arm days in here, but who knows? We'll see what happens. So that's the end of shoulders. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll put out some good content. There's probably this with winter coming now, well it's here, that we'll be able to get some training in with some other people, not just myself, maybe more with my clients, and maybe me and some of my buddies that train together, throw some weights around up for you. We'll see. Thanks for watching.